Welcome to tonight's MPSSAA 2A East Region quarterfinal. Here at Stephen Decatur High School's Robert G. Knox Field at Lewis H. Taylor Stadium. Tonight, our opponents are the Warriors from Easton High School. If you would please direct your attention to the scoreboard for some very important announcements from Stephen Decatur administration.
Good evening and welcome to beautiful Lewis H. Taylor Stadium. My name is Tom Seitz and I'm the proud principal here at Stephen Decatur High School. The 2023 season promises to be a special one with the addition of our new LED video board that will enhance the game day experience. I want to thank our 8 anchor sponsors that appear on the screen above and below me for making this dream a reality. Tonight, our athletes will showcase their skills on the playing field, but these are student athletes who also excel in the classroom. We are so proud of all the work that takes place each day in our school by our hardworking teachers, not just here at Stephen Decatur High School, but all over Worcester County Public Schools. And lastly, I want to thank our Board of Education and our leadership team led by our superintendent, Mr. Lou Taylor, for their dedication to our students. Enjoy the game and go Seahawks!
Hello, my name is Deshaun Purnell, Assistant Principal at Stephen Decatur High School. As a former Seahawks student athlete, I would like to welcome everyone to today's game. As each team represents their respective schools, we remind you that honoring the values of sportsmanship is the essence of every athletic contest. We ask you to accept responsibility as a fan by showing respect for the players, respect for the coaches, respect for the officials, and respect for those around you. Your support and cooperation will allow all athletes involved in this contest to achieve and demonstrate their best.
Hello fans, I'm Jennifer Garten, Assistant Principal at Stephen Decatur High School. I would like to remind everyone at Worcester County Public Schools, #1 priority is to ensure the safety and security of our players, coaches, officials, and spectators. Help us keep our facilities and athletic venues safe by immediately reporting any safety concerns to law enforcement or school administrators.
Trevor Hill here, Assistant Principal at Stephen Decatur High School. At this time, please familiarize yourself with the nearest exit in the event of an emergency evacuation. Remember, if you see something, say something. Go Hawks!
Hello, my name is Dr. Kurt Bunning, Athletic Administrator here at Stephen Decatur High School. Fans and players, please be aware that this contest is being streamed live, both audio and video. Conversations in the stands may be audible on the live stream, so please be mindful when conversing, cheering, or commenting on the game. If you have friends or family that could not be here today, please make sure to check us out on YouTube. To find our channel, just search SDHS Sports.
33, sophomore, Brooks Waters. Number 26, junior, Cortez Smith. Number 52, junior, Anthony Burke. Number 19, senior, Kenneth Boyd. Number 1, senior, Kareem Bowen. Number 8, junior, Ethan Bradshaw. Number 21, junior, Trey George. Number 7, junior, Delonte Henry. Number 5, junior, Amorian Manuel. Number 0, junior, David Chandler. And number 3, senior, Gavin Solito. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem this evening will be performed by the Stephen Decatur High School Marching Band.
Detail, attend, hot! Hot! Detail, horns up!
All right, well, welcome everybody to the first round of the playoffs. We got the 1-8 Easton Warriors going up against the 9-0 Stephen Decatur Seahawks. My name is Mike Hughes. I'm here with my man Tyler Riley. How you doing, Tyler?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Good to see you back. Good to have you back. Been a few weeks since you and I have both been up here in the booth, but looking forward to this one tonight for sure. So we got the captains coming out for the coin toss. So we're going to pause just for a second, and we'll get back to you ready to call the action tonight from Robert G. Knox Field at Lewis Taylor Stadium. We'll be right back.
It is a chilly night. Don't forget the Stephen Decatur High School Athletic Boosters have their apparel stand open. Grab a sweatshirt, a beanie, long sleeve shirt. Also, the concession stand is open. Grab some warm drinks, good food, some candy. Easton won the toss and has chosen to defer. Stephen Decatur will receive. Thank God.
All right, folks, so there you have it. Easton wins the toss. They defer to Decatur. So Decatur's going to have the ball first. They're going to be moving from left to right on your screen. Second matchup this year for these two teams. Decatur came away from the first one with a 42-0 victory. The third straight shutout after Bennett and Snow Hill that Decatur had this year. And I'd say, Tyler, that's probably one of the biggest improvements in this team this season was the defense. Last year, I think they gave up 260-something points. This year, 67 so far.
That's the point differential we're looking for.
Yeah.
Now, before we get this whole thing started, how's my mic sounding? First, I grabbed the wrong headset.
Did you? You sounded good to me.
I grabbed headset number 3, and this headset number 2, it sounds like I'm literally in a NASCAR right now. So
you sound good to me, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as you get, you know.
Just it's like 9-year-old me at the Monster Mile with my dad, watching like Harry Gant and like Bill Elliott and Mark Martin go around the track.
Bring back some great memories for you tonight, then.
Absolutely, yeah, man. We're excited to be back in the booth with each other, and hopefully, I mean, we could be here broadcasting for another month. I hope everybody knows and get out here, and we like you all watching us on YouTube, but man, get out here and check out a playoff game.
Yeah. So short kick, Kareem Bolden picks it up, brings it out to about the 36-yard line. And it's great. I'll tell you, Kareem been out a couple weeks. He had a high ankle sprain. It's nice to see him back. Huge part of the offense and defense this year.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say, like, he's not – I was thinking we could do, like, a key, a playoff – each game a playoff key player of the night. But I think Kareem is the whole – he's the missing piece of the puzzle, getting him back and getting us up to Annapolis at the Naval Academy in about a month. So
nice to get him back. Evan Copeland's still out. Zachary Baker out tonight. Sully Alker, Eric Breaka still out as well. Both guys in consecutive weeks got appendicitis, which is just crazy.
With the team, there's something going on with the team dinners here, With,
I don't know. Does that give you appendicitis?
It might give you something to make you feel similar, but I doubt it's appendicitis. So,
so quick pass out to David Chandler for gaining about 5 yards. You're going to see a lot of that tonight. Decatur loves to throw the ball. They only run it just to keep people honest. Let's see what this flag is.
Formation on the offense. 5 yards. Replay first down.
All right, so illegal formation on the first play. But
Run the wrinkles out,
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. We talked about it before. Easton Warriors, they've had a tough season. They've had some key guys go down to injury. But they were out here fired up really, really early.
Yeah, came out with their shirts off, man.
With their
for
shirts
warm-up.
off. Doing like a New Zealand, pre-rugby. What do they call it? Like a hoka or?
Yeah, the haka. I think.
Haka, yeah. So, if you do that, you better play tough for a couple halves of football. So,
Yeah. Chandler goes in motion. And a quick pass out to the left side. Is that Waylon Hobgood? Down the left, down the sideline. He's going to go all the way. Waylon Hobgood for the touchdown on the second play from scrimmage. Decatur hot already.
But look, those quick hitters, man, the thing is you line up, you spread out, and there's 5 athletes.
Yeah.
And they all have almost equal athletic ability and breakaway speed. I mean,
Yeah.
Waylon Hobgood, but it sounds like there's some
I was going to say, it looks like there's a flag on this play, too, and this may come back.
I was going to say they got awful quiet there all of a sudden.
Yeah. But you're right. Yeah, this team is loaded with athletes. Kareem's been out. Evan Copeland's been out for a few weeks, and it's hardly mattered. You got Tribe-Wise, you got Solito. And that's going to be another penalty on Decatur. So it comes
So
back.
that's 2 quick flags. And, I mean, the fact of the matter is, I mean, we couldn't see it, and if we got a replay, we could take a better look at it. But you don't want to play a factor this early in the ball game.
Right.
2 flags right off the jump.
Right.
So I'm not saying that our boys weren't guilty of both.
So we're negative 15 yards to start.
We keep forgetting about. I think I've seen more flags thrown this year in the Bayside. You might want to just tuck that thing away to let these boys play some football.
So here's Amarion Manuel. Nice gain here. Number 5, junior. Had a nice year in the backfield. Probably their most. I don't know. I was going to say their most consistent runner, but Jamie Purnell has had a great year as well.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about like the yards after contact, though, I mean, Mari is just, he's a burst of energy and tough to bring down.
Trey Dorn gets time back there as well. We got a swing pass out here to David Chandler, and he's going to be taken out of bounds for a loss of about 1 maybe.
And so you got 2 or 3 guys, on each side. I mean, flanked out. They're gonna, and the ball's coming out quick. I mean, one step and turn, and Brayson's got his reads.
Yeah, and they got all kinds of dudes. They got Solito, who's little quick guy. They got Tribe-Wise, who's 6'4", 6'5", jumping over guys. They got Ethan Bradshaw, who's just all around. They got David Chandler, who's just got. I always say he's just got sauce, man. There's something about that kid.
He's just a pure football player, and there's another one right there. Yep.
So that's going to be near first down, maybe about a yard short. But, yeah, he just has sauce on the basketball court. I love watching him on the basketball. He's fearless. He'll take it at anybody.
And the strength and the physical stature to boot.
Yeah.
He's got the mindset, but he's also got the body. So.
And on the defensive side of the field this year, he's been laying the wood to people, man. He's just been huge hits all year long.
I know. And with modern era football, I like watching it. But you're just waiting for the Zebras to start throwing flags again.
Right.
But it's fun to watch a guy who comes in, plays downhill all the time on defense. So.
And Jamie Purnell gets the handoff here, and he's stopped, and that's going to bring up 4th down. But it doesn't look like. What are they saying? Are they going to punt? It looks like they are going to punt. So Bryson will drop back.
A little surprising there, on the 46-yard line. You pretty much, you spread it out and you've got a lot of options. I'm really surprised that they're going to punt the football here.
Maybe they'll try to draw them off. Maybe they'll run a fake.
Yeah,
they're not scared to run a fake.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Or just get it and run with it.
Yeah. There's the snap, and the kick is off. And that's going to go out of bounds somewhere down around the 20-yard line where Easton will start. So one costly penalty and punt on the first drive.
And very conservative there, So we'll see what happens here when we turn at the turn.
We will, yeah. So we'll be back. Easton will have the ball around their own 20-yard line. 9:28 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, so Easton comes out. Easton runs a similar offense to us. They spread it out. I don't think they throw it as much. They lost their quarterback early in the season. They won their first game of the year, and then they've lost every game since. Mikey O'Connor, the third O'Connor brother.
Third of four, and there's another one coming, isn't it?
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Both of the other brothers, the oldest O'Connor is at Delaware, and he's playing lights out really well. And then Kevin is down at Duke with Luke Margot. Yeah, so a couple handoffs here, but yeah, Easton started out well. They won against Northeast, pretty big victory. Then O'Connor gets hurt. They had to take their starting running back, Dustin Blue, and he's now playing quarterback. And then, you just start shifting people around. It gets difficult.
It gets dicey.
So.
It's, when you get a signal caller who, and these guys have a lot of spring workouts, and obviously they're doing stuff in the summer preparing. And when you lose your signal caller early, that's going to, at any level of football, that's going to hurt.
Absolutely. So third and long here. Easton comes out, a couple wideouts. Blue rolls to his right, but it's going to be blown dead here. And that's going to be another penalty on Decatur. The ref is pointing toward Decatur. Let's see what the call is. They're walking off.
Look,
encroachment on the defense. So now it's going to be third and short. Third and about 3. So costly penalties early. One brings back a touchdown, and now this one, instead of third and long, Easton's got third and short, and I have to think that they would much prefer that.
Yeah, maybe, they're deep in their own territory, so if they don't get it, they might likely punt. But, they're going to run the keeper there, and I don't know if he got that.
No, I don't think he did. He lost his footing as he was sliding or moving toward the right, and he is short. It's going to be 4th and 3.
And, so a design keeper there on and to actually lose yardage is not the play call that they were looking for.
Looked like he might have been able to make it, but he just started to stumble and then went down about the line of scrimmage. So they're going to punt, and it's Bolden and Chandler back deep. And the punt is not a great one. It's going to go out of bounds, and Decatur's going to have great field position here around the Easton. Where's the ref going?
At the 43,
2,
going.
1.
Playing Plinko.
40-yard line. All right, so
great field position.
Decatur will be taking over. 7:21 left in the first quarter. No score yet. Bryson Coleman coming out. What a year Bryson's had. 25 touchdown passes against 5 interceptions. 7 rushing touchdowns on top of that.
I don't know. That sounds like a serious case for Bayside Player of the Year.
Absolutely. I can't think of anybody who's had a better season than he has at this level. The big school level.
And just steady, just right there. He's just – everything is, usually accurate. He's had a couple balls float on him on some deep balls this year, but – he's got the ball. He's up. Release point is always consistent. Yeah. His footwork is always under. His feet are underneath of him constantly. And to be 6'6" with size 15 feet at 17 years old, that's not easy to do.
He just looks so poised all the time. Always looks in control. I've said it on the broadcast before. He goes to Chandler here for a couple more. But was it Bolden? No, it's Chandler.
No, it was Devin Chandler.
All right, Mr. Greenwood down there. He's looked great all year. Hasn't run as much this year as he did last year. Hasn't had to. He's got all these weapons around him, and he's had a great season. It's been a pleasure to watch him. Going to Vanderbilt next year. Going to be a Commodore tight end, flex kind of guy. They'll probably split him out wide. That great speed and great height.
A lot of our other boys have been getting some offers here in the last few weeks.
How about it? Here's Purnell. And
burst.
he's still going. Purnell's get the first down. And did he fumble at the end?
I
He might
think he was
have.
down by contact.
I think he was down too. Purnell's so shifty. Small little guy, but low center of gravity. It's hard to get that kid down. I've seen him so many times where you think the play's over, and he's still running.
Yeah. I mean, and credit to Jeremiah Stanley there, you know, the sophomore from Easton, number 50, to run him down.
Yeah.
I mean, and not give up on the play, or otherwise he's heading streaking towards the end zone there after getting hit by like 2 or 3 guys. I mean, he just, that low center of gravity, man, you're that low and quick.
Yep.
You
He's shifty. So Bryson drops. It's double move here, deep to the corner of the end zone. That's caught by Hobgood. I don't see any flags this time. Double move there. The cornerback bit, and he finds Hobgood in the end zone for a touchdown.
And just an absolute dime by Bryson Coleman there. And credit Waylon Hobgood, you know, he hit that double move and a full turn back to the quarterback, and as soon as the cornerback bit, off to the corner post, ball's waiting for him, touchdown.
And Waylon didn't even play football until this year, and making contribution in the playoffs.
I mean, just bring the baseball guys on.
Yeah.
And we'll run. Let's go right to the title. Maybe we don't get it done in baseball, maybe football. So
Brogan Eastlack with a kick to make it 7-0. Decatur leads. 6:11 left in the first quarter. Here's the highlight. You see this ball lofted into the back of right into the corner there, and Hobgood with a great catch. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, coming back in. Decatur's about to kick off here to Easton, ahead 7-0. Quick strike offense, man. You know, the offense has not scored less than 33 points in a game this year, and really could have scored a lot more a lot of the time, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, sometimes you have to pull off the throttle, you know, and not just for, you know, gamesmanship purposes, but, I mean, this is football. I mean, you don't want to get your guy, you know, a bunch of guys, especially your offensive linemen,
right?
You know, putting them at risk of injury, and when games get out of hand, tempers get high,
right?
You know, so you do have to let off the throttle some. I know there's, you know, records to be had and stuff like that, but I think Coach Coleman now, in his older years, he's not old by any stretch of the imagination,
no.
But in terms of coaching football, I mean, he's an elder statesman, and he realizes that there's a time and a place, you know, and he's done a great job balancing that with the whole rest of the coaching staff. But I do have a little bit of a grievance or complaining here.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I missed last week, and there was a 30 rack of chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
Indeed. And I helped myself to those. Thank you, cheerleader. Cheerleaders brought them up here.
It looked like it was more than 30.
It was a lot. So Blue with a handoff here to number 4. And he's not going to go too far. Sam Mobile brought down by the Decatur defense. Yeah, they brought the I couldn't get them away from. They put it down there near the coaches on the other end.
Coach Billings.
Yeah, they were tearing it up there. But I snuck in.
Yeah, I know. I have to talk to Coach tomorrow.
So
but talking about a couple good stops here from the interior defensive line, I think if I had to pick anything that's going to have to be critical, because I think that's what hurt us a little bit last year, they're going to have to play big.
100%.
You know, I think teams with good running backs and schemes are going to try and run up the gut on our boys.
Yeah.
You know, once we get into this month. So
that ball deflected. Might have been Kareem Bolden on that deflection there on the pass by Blue, and it drops it to be third and 8. But yeah, last year our Achilles heel was definitely stopping the run, and we had a lot bigger dudes in the middle last year. I feel like with Kenny Spates in there, we had some big dudes in the middle. We still just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But this year, that's the difference. This year, Like you said, only 67 points given up, and most of those points, Randallstown we gave up 8. It was like fourth quarter we gave up 8. North Carolina gave up 20. That's the most we gave up in the game, but most of that came when the game was out of reach. And that ball is going to be incomplete as well, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, nice job by Ethan Bradshaw there. Ethan, he has a knack when he's out in coverage. Now, he'll go downhill, get to the quarterback. He could do it every play.
Yeah.
But, when he gets out in coverage, especially in the flats covering running backs and stuff, I mean, he's able to be on time. He's not letting the guy get by him. He's on time, and I think he's knocked the football out a lot this year.
Low snap there. This is going to be barely gets away and is not going to go far, out to about the 36. But talking about Bradshaw, getting some, we were talking earlier about guys who are getting offers. We got Bryson going to Vanderbilt, and we'll talk about Zymir Smith from North Carolina. Big news on that front, but Ethan Bradshaw's been making the rounds with the Ivy League colleges.
Yeah, and I saw, they were playing in the snow last week. Tribe Wise got an offer from Toledo.
Yeah,
and a couple more apparently coming in.
Yeah.
And I know Gavin's got Villanova.
Gavin's got Catholic University. He's got Campbell. Brogan Eastlak's got Campbell, I believe. So, yeah, they're going to start coming in. And like I said, we'll talk more about what's going on over in North Carolina later in the show. So Bryson takes a snap on first down here, rolls to his left. He's got some pressure. He's going to throw, and that is going to be knocked away from Gavin Salido.
A nice job there keeping the play alive. And I thought he was just going to go ahead and run it out of bounds. But, you talk about Bryson and his abilities. I mean, he's running to his left, throws across his body as his momentum's carrying him out of bounds. And throws a dart right down the sideline to Gavin.
Yeah.
Who is a tough kid, but not a big target.
No.
And hit him right there in the hands, but it was a nice job by the defender there to knock it away.
So, yeah, Bryson, what a great year. And I get on X every once in a while, and there's some guys who like to post touchdown leaders in the state of Maryland, passing touchdown leaders, passing yardage leaders, and I'll jump on there and defend this kid. He's hardly played a fourth quarter this year, and he's in the top 10 of all the stats. Just an incredible season he's had. So Purnell runs to the left there for about 4 or 5 maybe. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. I guess he ran for 6.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you get 5-6 yards a pop. I mean, you get in these 3rd and shorts. You want to get in 3rd and manageable. And right now, we're right about the 30 of Easton. So if you keep it at 4th and 2, 4th and 1, and you're this close, I know you do have the Eastlak who's a weapon, but you're probably gonna you can go twice here if you need to. So.
Bryson rolls to the right. He throws and finds Tribe Wise, who makes the catch, gets both feet down, even though he only needs one. Down to the 19-yard line for a first down.
It's kind of funny. You see, you're going from Jamion, who gets you a 6-yard pop, explosive, low to the ground. I mean, just like a little boll weevil just plowing his way through.
Yeah.
Then Bryson rolls right and hits 6'5" Tribe Wise.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a lot to game plan, man.
It is.
I'm telling you, it
is. You can't. There's a Mario Emanuel who's got a nice hole, and he's going to be down to about the 11. Takes a shot there.
And I don't know how he did not. That was definitely a helmet-to-helmet hit.
I thought so too. I'd look like a helmet right to the face.
And the sideline judge is standing right there 5 feet from it, and that was a miss. I'm sorry about that. If we're going to throw multiple flags tonight, and there was a face mask to face mask, that wasn't a helmet to helmet, and that is a flat-out miss.
So yeah, we're talking about how you defend these guys. I don't know how you even go about practicing to face them. There's nobody who throws like this, and we're going. Oh, they get. Yeah, that's going to be a pass interference. They got tangled up, but. There's nobody on the shore who runs an offense like this, and even if they did, they don't. Who's got these weapons? Nobody's got dudes like this.
Right.
That.
I mean, maybe 1 or 2 standouts.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not subbing in 8 or 10 different guys.
Right.
There's just so many mouths to feed.
Yeah.
And we just talked about it before the game, and I know he's been out with injury, but Kareem is probably the best athlete in this school.
Yeah.
I mean, not taking anything off of any other guys, but pure athlete. he's probably the best. And I think he's only carried the football like 5 times this year out the backfield, maybe.
Yeah.
But if you look him up on the highlights, 40, 50, 60-yard touchdowns. I mean, kick returns, punt returns.
And he was really starting to come on when he got hurt. He had a couple really big games. Ken Island game, he was huge. He's not been out on the field on offense tonight coming back from this injury. He has been on defense.
No.
So
you're going to see him, though, before this postseason run is over out there on offense.
And don't even get started on his basketball highlight tapes. Oh, my gosh. he's
I don't watch him. I don't watch him
my.
because it's something that, you and I could dream about being able to do.
Oh, man.
And it just makes me feel so bad.
Yeah.
It makes me want to, light a Yankee candle and, just go cry, get a blanket and cry for being that athletic.
Marion down to the 1 now. But, yeah, Kareem is reverse 360 dunking. The one I always think the first time I ever saw one of his highlight videos was in the layup line where he threw the ball up in the air, caught it on the bounce, and he dropped it. He got up over the cylinder and dropped it. And he didn't dunk it. He dropped it in. Just ridiculous. So Decatur's going to go with their big backfield now. They jumble up the line and put 3 guys in the backfield with Bryson. And most likely Bryson's going to just pound this one up the middle, but we got an offside on Easton here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you get down there, they're coming, they're getting down there close. You got to anticipate as best you can because with the offensive line and these guys and the push they're going to get.
Yeah.
So you're going to get some encroachment calls and stuff, but he's in.
He gives it to Amarion, who goes in easily. And I like that. Amarion was kind of the bell cow on that drive. Got a lot of carries, and they let him finish. Give him the touchdown there.
Yeah.
To put Decatur up 13-0 here in the first quarter.
That was a methodical drive there. Yeah. They got their feet underneath them, started a little bit sloppy, and we're up 2 scores, buddy.
Yeah. Started with good field position, ran the ball, and let Amarion finish it. So Eastlack will come on to try and make it 14-0. 2:49 left in the first quarter.
Let's see how far he can kick it tonight.
Yeah.
Southeast breeze. Not a wind, but a breeze.
And is this a fake or is it a bad snap? Bryson's rolling to his right. I think it was a bad snap. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it was sloppy right off the get-go because I think Cortez Smith came off after the score and wasn't supposed to, so they had to call him back out. And it didn't have the makings right off the jump. So,
so that's going to be 13-0 here. 2:49 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back. All right, here we got Eastlack back on the field, ready to kick off to Easton. And we'll see if he can put this one in the end zone. It's going to bounce and be taken at the goal line and brought out by number 7 for Easton. Was that number 7?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't have him on the roster. I'm not sure who that is. Let me check the official roster. That's Zach Barnhart. So Barnhart brings it out, and he doesn't get far at all.
Yeah, it wasn't lucky number 7, that's for sure. I mean, I think you probably want to take the chance to let that ball kind of bounce, into the end zone, give yourself a little better field position there. But
so they're going to start at the 10. Haven't been able to do much offensively so far, and that's really been the story for them this season since Mikey O'Connor went down. We'll see if they can get something going here against this Decatur defense.
Yeah, this is a critical drive. for the Easton Warriors here. They got to try and get some points on the board, and they got a long, long way to go. But if they don't get points here, there could be trouble brewing. But
yeah, there's a handoff, and that's going to go not very far. Can't see the number on that one either. He's a little slow getting up. That's number 55. That'll be Marvin Foster.
The nose guard.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
Trying to get some. Yeah, that's Marvin Foster.
Yeah, Marvin Foster. So they say in the scouting report he's pretty athletic and he's 320 pounds.
Okay.
So
hey, see what you can do.
Hey,
pound it.
Literally, 320 of them. Yep.
So Blue drops back, he throws, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I think it was deflected. I'm not so sure that we didn't get a hand on the football there, Mike. Yeah, I think Tony Burke got his hand on the football there. Yep. It came out like a duck.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, youth waterfowl season tomorrow.
Hey, is it?
Yeah.
All right, you going?
Taking Blake in the afternoon.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to give it a shot.
Nice,
so.
nice.
I'd like to bring him here, but with all the thousands of geese that fly over around the school all day long.
Right.
So we'll save that for a podcast.
All right. So 3rd and 8 now for Easton again. Blue's going to roll to his left. He's going to not have anybody open. That's going to be nearly picked by Delonte Henry. Jumped in front of that. The intended target was, I can't see that number.
I think it was
10.
Jaden Davis.
I think it was
no, Carter Mooney.
Carter Mooney.
Yeah, sorry.
But Delonte Henry jumps in front. What a season Delonte's had. A junior. Long line of Henrys here.
Long line.
Who have been successful, and some have gone on to play at the next level. We'll see if Delonte is that. So Easton's going to have to punt again. And gets this one off. See if Chandler's going to bring it back. He is. Gets it about the 42. Cuts back left. He's got room. He is going to take it all the way for the touchdown. David Chandler, 42-yard punt return for a touchdown. I don't see any flags down. Like I told you, that guy's fearless. He's fearless.
Yeah, he's always got his name around the Bobby Hammond Tough Man of the Week.
Yeah.
Tough Guy of the Week award. And if you're tuning in watching tonight, or if you're here live, you see why.
Yeah.
He just plays like his hair is absolutely on fire all the time. And what a player he's been this year.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Had an injury last year that kept him out a significant part of the year, but this year it's been healthy all year round.
And they're going to need that out of him next year. And maybe even a little tick up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to explain. If you don't watch him every week, because you're like, well, how does he tick up? Well, they're going to need him to be more of a focal point next year.
Bryson throws to the back corner. Tribe is there. One-handed catch. And he pulls it down for the 2-point conversion. What a catch by Tribe Wise. Falling out of bounds. Kind of tips it to himself almost and pulls it in. Toledo.
Yeah, well,
that's your boy.
We're not Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen, but I feel like this is Sports Center tonight, Mike Hughes. I mean, that play right there, if we can get a replay.
We've seen some stuff.
I mean, that was – he tipped the nose of the football.
Yeah.
And basically spun the ball in midair. I'm watching the screen because I want to see it. Here it is. Thank you, Ron. I mean, look at this. I mean, watch it here. I mean, and he jumps a little too soon, but stops the ball in flight.
Yeah, that's a great catch.
I mean, he keeps the ball from actually moving outside of just natural gravitational pull down to the turf, but he keeps the ball from moving as his body goes into it.
Yeah.
So, man, I guess I'm going to have to give him a pat on the back. I always like to give him a hard time, but I have to give him a pat on the back on Monday or Tuesday. So,
yeah, Tribe Wise, offered by University of Toledo. I think there's more coming. 6'4", 6'5", 4'6", 40. Great student, great kid.
somebody you want in and around your program.
Yeah.
You know, wearing the name on the jersey.
Yeah.
So, what a great play by Tribe there.
So 21-0 here, and it's all going Decatur's way so far. And the kickoff is going to go into the end zone again. 1:37 left in the first quarter, folks. 21-0 Decatur leads in the first round of the playoffs. We'll be back in a minute.
For a touchback, the Royals will start at the 20-yard line.
All right. Here we go with about 1:37 left in the first quarter. Easton is in desperate need of points, my friend. A nice run there up the gut to start. I think about a 4 or 5 yard gain there.
That was Blue, right? He was
Yeah.
supposed to be their starting running back.
Yeah, so he's, got a lot now on, that's a lot. Imagine waking up and being like, hey, you're the quarterback now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And I know, he didn't play there last year because that was Kevin O'Connor all year long. It was awesome, by the way. And he pulls it down, and that completes the pass there. That's to, is it number 6?
Yeah.
Is that Colin Mooney again?
Yeah, it was the Mooney brothers.
Oh, there are 2 brothers.
Yeah.
There's Carter and Colin. Okay, so
or
it's
cousin.
Colin.
Yeah, I don't want to say brother. I don't
cousin.
know. They could be cousins.
We don't know, but
Yeah.
that ball is going to be complete, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. Yeah, I've been talking, we have our little Hawk Talk group text, and I sent out that since the Easton game last year, which was an incredible game, my daughter was a cheerleader last year, Decatur has only lost 1 game, and that was in the state semifinal to Milford Mill, a game they may have tied if they had about another minute. We'll talk more about it in a second here. Let's go. Can it be a snap
keeper
right up the middle? But yeah, I think Decatur, since that game, is 13-1. Only loss being to Milford Mill. And you know that Easton at that time was the #1 seed, having a great season. Kevin O'Connor was just lighting the Bayside up. Decatur had just come off a loss to Queen Anne, I think. And Bryson just went off in that game. I mean, he just went off. He was incredible, throwing the ball, running the ball. And it really seemed to be a turning point for this program. Last year was a great season. But since that game, 13-1, and it's just been on a roll ever since.
I mean, there's, like you said, there's at one point in time where it's like, okay, we're legit.
Yeah.
You know you're good, but you get that one game, and that Easton game home last year was that one game. It's like, all right, we can believe now.
Yeah.
This is a real thing.
I think it was 38-35 victory or 36-33, something along those lines. But Decatur came into that game at 5-2, and Easton was, like I said, was the #1 seed at that point. And to pull that one out, it was an incredible game. I think it was on the road. We were over in Easton. My daughter's a cheerleader, so I had to go watch her. But got to watch a football game in the meantime. And like you said, that was just like a huge turn for the program. It's a big confidence booster from there. They've been unstoppable ever since, and it continues.
We got to win 2 more football games this year.
Yeah.
You really don't. Great regular seasons are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Putting up numbers are awesome. But you know what? Like, those awesome regular seasons can become just a blur or a thing of the past. Like, if you really want to put your stamp on it, then you get the trophy and you get the banner. You put the year on the banner in the gym.
Right, exactly.
And then you're there forever.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 here. Blue's in trouble. He's just going to throw it away. Is that going to be intentional grounding? There's no flag. Must have been outside the tackle box.
Just got outside. I think he was barely outside the tackle box.
Is that a rule in high school football?
I think
I don't even know. I'm not sure.
We'll just pretend it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if the NFL even knows what they're doing.
I'm not sure either.
I cannot tell you. It's hard to believe that I just feel like the NFL has been not a very good product to watch so far. I don't really know. You know what?
I don't know.
But just maybe get to November and things start to change a little bit.
I just feel like it's penalty, commercial. We got a false start here against look like the right tackle for Easton. Moves number 51. But yeah, it's, it just seems like penalty, commercial. Then somebody gets hurt, commercial. Now we got a backup quarterback in who can't complete a pass. It's been tough for me to watch this year too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's. And I know they want the viewership and stuff like that. I mean, but I think Thursdays are hard on those guys at that next level.
I think so too.
I really do. But I don't know.
Next Thursday we have Carolina Panthers against it's somebody else who's not good. I can't think, but it's not been a great Thursday night matchup. Yeah.
Oh my! What a
there
good
you go.
pass.
There's Mooney wide open there. Blue hits him out around the 47-yard line. About the 47-yard line for a nice pickup there.
Yeah, I mean, good job by Mooney finding a hole in that zone, and just sitting down as Blue got flushed out of the pocket. I mean, there was a nice connection there between those two.
Yeah. Well, you talk about winning a few more games. The playoffs do go through Berlin this year. Decatur will be hosting until it goes to Naval Academy, as far as I understand.
Right, that's what it sounds like.
If they win that far. And Blue's in trouble here. Salido is going to track him down from behind for the sack. About a 2-yard loss, maybe.
I mean, pressure right there off both ends.
Yeah.
And Blue had, nowhere to go, and then you got Salido coming in, another kid with his hair on fire.
Oh yeah.
So they swarm.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a really good job, I think, of keeping the ball carriers like flush towards the middle of the field and let the athleticism just swallow it up. So
Blue's going to keep it here and go on the right side, and he's going to be out to about the 47. That's going to bring up third down and about 6, maybe 5.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. So
okay.
Yeah, this is about as close as they've gotten to midfield so far.
It's their best looking drive, I think. Completed a pass, couple positive runs despite the sack. But that's a long third down for a team that doesn't throw.
And you can tell their coaching staff is trying to, utilize both sides of the football field, to try and get these guys spread out a little bit. But a little timeout here.
A little timeout. We'll take one too here. Decatur leads 21-0. 10:09 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back. All right, Easton lining up here. 3rd and 5, really important one. They need to convert this right here. They got 3 wideouts to the left, 1 man in the backfield. Blue in the shotgun, takes the snap, he drops the throw, and he's looking. Oh, it looked like he had a man, but it threw it behind. Number 5 was open.
Yeah, run that little double crossing pattern there, and really threw off our secondary quite a bit, but he threw behind him. Yeah. I mean, that play drew itself up right there in front of us.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big gain or two if he hits him in stride.
Right. But that's going to bring up a 4th, and it's almost like Easton saying, "Look, if we don't get this, we're in big trouble." Because
it's
in their own territory now in the second quarter.
Like in the words of Yogi Berra, it's getting late early.
Getting late early,
Yep.
So we'll see. They got 3 wideouts to the right now. And see if they can run that same play. Blue, right, he moves to his right. He's got pressure. He throws, and that was nearly picked by David Chandler. But regardless, it's a turnover, and Decatur's going to have the ball in Easton territory again. And Easton has not been able to stop them yet tonight, aside from that first drive where we had a big penalty that brought the touchdown back.
Well, David Chandler is like a tractor beam to that football tonight.
Yeah, coming from that safety spot, man.
And he sees it and can get downhill in the blink of an eye. And here it is right here.
Yeah, he just jumps it.
Yeah, just
knocks it down. Almost intercepted, but either way.
And he Blue throws the ball with some pretty good zip. So,
you know, we were talking earlier. We wonder if he's a baseball player. That we know that name Blue from the Easton area from years past, and looks like he's got a pretty good arm. They're going to screen out the Tribe Wise here. He's going to take it outside, down the sideline, and he's going to go out around the 20-yard line of Easton. They're going to say he's out at the 24.
It's a Tribe. I mean, when he gets going, he's as fast as anybody. I mean, and you see his head going down that sideline over top of everybody. So, I mean, he's got the makings of when you talk about Division I wide receiver.
Absolutely.
I mean,
that's
what's sketched up right there.
Size and the speed.
Yep.
And he's only going to get better. I always tell the story. Jake posted something. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but a little video of Tribe, and he just captioned it next. And he was 100% right that Tribe's been the guy this year for sure. Leads the team in touchdown catches. And a nice game by Jamie and Purnell right there. About a 9-yarder. Take it down to about the 15-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, and you just see Jamie, like his feet don't stop moving.
Yeah, so low to the ground.
You know, so low to the ground. The pad level is low, and he's strong.
Yeah.
You know, he's a strong kid. I mean, you got to talk about, he's 5'5", 150, but pound for pound, I mean, he's as strong as anybody.
There's Coleman. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking into the end zone. He's got Bradshaw. Makes the catch, but he was out of bounds. Couldn't get both feet down. And there's a flag down, too. Looks like it's going to be a hold. Yeah, it's going to be a hold. Not sure who it was on. That offensive line this year, you know, they graduated, I think, 4 guys out of 5 last year. Only Garrett Maloney came back. They've had a great year. Done a really nice job.
Yeah, they have. They get, you know, sometimes when they're dropping back in pass protection, you know, that can get dicey. You know, offensive linemen want to move forward as much as possible. But, you know, they've done a really, really good job of, you know, they communicate well. You know, they keep, you know, they're able to double team and trap like guys, you know, that are going to try and create holes and all that good stuff. So we get the ball out so quick in the offense.
I was going to say, they don't have to protect for long.
Right, they're moving forward even in pass protection. So it's really fun to watch.
Quick out there to Tribe Wise for a few. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. We got A.J. Cobb in the game now, number 28.
Yeah.
Bradshaw and Hobgood to the left with Cobb and Tribewise to the right.
Yeah, so, I mean, look for possible, like, corner post right out of that, you know, from that slot spot with Cobb.
I was going to say, it looks like they're doubling Tribewise over there. They know.
And he's got a linebacker matchup, so.
It's going to be a swing out to Trey Dorn. Oh, he's going to swing.
Move.
He's going to weave his way through 2 Easton players, and he's going to be down at the 1. Oh, my gosh. How did he get through there? Dude, he shook those guys. I thought he was in. It looked like he was in to me, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious of that as well. I thought he looked. I don't know. They ruled him down. I guess his knee was down before he hit the pylon, maybe.
I don't know. It looked like he was dead to rights, man. But somehow found his way in between 2 Easton defenders.
Yeah, it was a nice shimmy shake by Trey there.
To the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and that's his first offensive touch of the game.
Mm-hmm. So here we go.
You're going to have 10 guys touching the football.
Big package again. It's going to be Manuel up the middle, and he's in standing up. And that's going to make it 27-0.
And there's no guarantees in anything, and especially in football, but that score right there, Mr. Hughes, I think, might have sealed the fate for the 2023 Easton Warriors football team.
I think you're right. Eastlake on for the extra point now to make it 28 if he converts with 8:04 left in the second quarter.
And we haven't talked about, how much fun it is we do every week, but watching him kick the football.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, there was a point in the beginning of the year where I think it was something like his first 14 out of 15 kicks were touchbacks or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, now it's the air's getting a little colder, so it's it's not been touchback city like we said, but he's kicking the ball inside the 5, both directions, no matter what the wind's doing every single time, and so he'll be we'll be watching him kick on television.
Yeah.
If that's what he decides to do.
If that's what he wants to do, yeah. He's a great soccer player as well. So we'll see which way he decides to go, but we talk all the time about what a weapon he is. Just this Decatur team has a lot of things that most high school teams don't. Most high school teams don't have a kicker who can kick 44-yard field goals, who can kick the ball into the end zone and can do all kinds. I've seen him toy with other teams. I remember last year against Y High, he'd kick it long, he'd kick it short. They would bring he pooch kicked it a bunch because we didn't want to kick it to Malik Leatherberry, who was back. They would pooch kick it a bunch, little short kicks, and then finally Y High brought Leatherberry up, and then Eastlake bombs it into the end zone. Just a crazy, great weapon to have. It's been fun to watch him the last 3 years.
Yeah, and his brother can kick too. And there's two good kicks. So there's Blake, Brogan's brother, and then you got Blake Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he. Can
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but I know that
Blake Wallace.
Blake Wallace. Yeah, 2 kickers on the JV team, and that's going to be brought out to about the 15. Tackle made by number 22, wasn't it? Geo Smith, was that my boy Geo Smith?
Geo.
I love Geo Smith. I think that was Geo. I don't see him running off the field. Maybe it was Brooks. Maybe it was 23, Brooks Waters. I love Brooks Waters too. Had both of those guys.
Yeah, they're just coming in waves, man. Mm-hmm. Coming in waves, and if you come out and view practice and watch JV, the JV guys, it's just they're thin. They're going to thin you out. The staff is going to thin you out. You're either going to be a real one, or you're going to be a fake one.
Yeah.
And there's no in between.
Yeah.
So
well, I told Jake when he first took this job, because I've known Jake for a long time. I said, look, you're going to mess around and wake up a sleeping giant, man. This place has everything you need to build a huge program. There's financial backing from parents, from businesses. There's a large school population. There's huge kids, man. These kids are huge. Shout out to my boy Marco Marshall. Marco in 7th grade, 6'4", about 300 pounds. He's going to be a monster on the football field, man. Nice kid. He's in 7th grade.
He's in 7th grade now.
Right now.
He's in Brooklyn. He's in my daughter's grade now. Wow.
Yes. Wow. He's huge. He's like this guy, who they can't bring down. He's up to the 31. So.
Yep.
So,
but good.
Shout out to, I got to mark this down. It's 7:15 left in the second quarter, where I shout out Jason and Levi and Marco. They wanted me to shout them out. I did it 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't remember when I did it. And then they wanted me to go back and watch the whole game and show. I'm not doing that.
No. That's just a cop-out to get out of work.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Out of schoolwork.
So shout out to all those guys. But yeah,
we did watch Hawk Talk every week in health class. So
yeah.
So I'm losing my 90 health kids for 90 more health kids.
Yeah.
Starting Tuesday, but the first 90, they got to watch Hawk Talk every week.
Were they impressed?
They just could not believe how awesome it was. They could not believe how awesome it was. We
haven't done one.
They couldn't believe that I chose education.
Yeah.
Instead of sports broadcasting.
Yeah.
So
If you've never seen it, check it out. I think we're averaging about 100 views a week.
Oh, don't sell us short, man. I'd say 115.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, and that's just because I made my mom and mom watch it like six different, a phone and an iPad.
Exactly. That's 6 of the views right there.
6 of the views, yeah.
And we got a little pitch out here to number 7. That's Noble. I think he took a big hit.
Oh, my.
Man.
That,
Did
yeah.
you see you hit him? I didn't see you hit him.
Oh, yeah. I think it was, I think.
That was Zach Barnhart. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a shot.
I think.
I didn't see who it was.
I don't know. Mason Lyons?
Was it? No. Mason's out there?
It's his number 62. I think it was.
My boy Mason?
Mason with a truck stick.
Was it for sure?
I mean, he had my boy Barnhart thinking he was on the bus and trap.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay. Here's Blue taking it to the left now, and he's going to pick up a couple before he goes down.
That was a decleater.
Yeah, we're going to.
And legal.
I think we're going to get a replay. Here comes the replay. Let's see who this is. Boom. Who?
It's him.
No, is it 62?
62. It's Mason.
50? Is that 50? It's 52. It's Anthony Burke.
It was Tony?
Yeah, it was Tony Burke. All right, I was like, that's my boy Mason Lyons.
Well, Mason.
Don't get me wrong. Mason's going to be. Look, that's a big boy too.
Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah. But yeah, Tony Burke there on the big hit.
Yeah, well, Tony. Nice job, Tony.
Yeah. So clock running 1st and 10 now for Easton. Blue takes a snap in the shotgun. He drops. He's going to throw. He's got a man out there, and that's caught into Decatur territory. Can't see the number on that one either. We need some binoculars up here or something.
A spotter of some kind, but you got to, I think it was Delonte was matched up. I think Delonte slipped.
Yeah, he's been on that side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Delonte looked like he slipped.
That was number 24, Kyrie Ackrey on the catch.
So listed as an athlete, so.
Easton moving it a little bit. And here's a handoff to the right side. He's going to get maybe one. That's number 4, Sam Noble. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. While we're shooting the breeze up here a little bit, give it up for the Decatur field hockey team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what a season they had. Congrats to the Griffins, who've just done a great job with the program. Hadn't had a win in a long time, not even a win. And I'm not even sure they'd even scored a goal for a long time, to be honest.
And took them to a state semifinal.
State quarterfinal.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry, with the new format I get mixed up. But yeah, man.
Regional champ.
Regional champs.
That's incredible.
I mean, hats off to them.
Yeah.
And Katie's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Health-wise and stuff, and she turned old Stan Griffin into a field hockey savant.
Went from football coach to a field hockey coach.
But guess what? I hope he's crying the blues Sunday afternoon when his Dallas Cowboys lose to my Philadelphia Eagles. Hopefully. Coach, if you're listening, I hope you don't get to wear your Cowboys T-shirt on Tuesday.
I think that's a definite possibility. So timeout here. Easton down 28-0. They are moving the ball now into Decatur territory. Down to the 41.
They've done some better. You've done some better things, but to the credit of Decatur, we're taking teams off their game plan immediately.
Right.
Immediately, and I want every game to be a blowout. Don't get me wrong, but I do want to see, and I've told, and even texting some guys tonight, I want to see when somebody punches back as hard as we punch.
Yeah.
And
you could say Ken Island did. I think we went, 17-12
Sure,
at the half.
Sure, they did.
But then they only scored 3 the rest of the way. The Blues,
he picked that.
That's going to be intercepted.
He picked that.
That's Kenai Lloyd, isn't it? Let me see. Nobody's signaling yet.
Big play for the senior.
They're going to talk about it, but that looked like an interception to me. And it is.
Yes,
it's Decatur ball.
Absolutely back-breaking there for the Easton Warriors. I mean, even just for a little bit of confidence going, on a drive like that. But great hats off to Kanai, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Work hard, doesn't get his name called a crazy amount of time, but he is just as vital and a heck of a football player, and he deserved that, man. That's a big play.
Good for him.
Yep.
So Decatur's offense comes back out on their own 47. Coleman in the backfield with Jamie and Purnell. But yeah, like you're saying, I think it was 17-12 at the Kent Island game, and then we pulled away. They only scored 3 points in the second half, and we ended up winning 33-15. As you see a little bit of Bryson's athleticism there. Yeah, we pulled away from that game wasn't close. They haven't had a close game all year long.
Have it.
And you wonder about that. Like, when somebody finally keeps it close, are we going to be able to execute? Are we going to be able to run the 2-minute offense?
Sure. Right. Is the is the snap count going to be crisp?
Yeah.
Are are your formations going to stay tight? Are you going to be able to keep the pulse down? Are you breathing like Coach Ron Sires always said, are you nasal breathing? In through the nose and out through the mouth.
Yeah.
Slow the heart rate down.
Well, the man running the show has a lot of experience. As he swings this out to number 18, Hopgood, who doesn't want to go down. He's inside the 35 to the 34. Yeah, tons of experience for Bryson. 4-year varsity starter. Bryson's been the man in the Bayside for a long time. As a sophomore, when he got hurt before the Huntingtown game, we had a decent run in the playoffs that year. When he got hurt, that was a big deal. He was a 15-year-old.
Yeah. He was great. His growth plates hadn't even filled all the way out yet.
And that really hurt us in that game. Game we ended up losing 28-14. But he's got plenty of experience in big games. As he airmails that one, looking for Hopgood again. But yeah, you would like to see. And we kind of did. When we talked about that Easton game, that was a game like that.
Sure.
That was a knockdown, 38-35 slugfest. Not really a slugfest. It was just an air it out battle. He went toe-to-toe with a guy who was considered the best quarterback in the Bayside, I would say, last year. And came out with a win.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
The pedigree, is there. The pedigree is there. I don't think any of our guys are going to be scared.
Right.
But I just want to know. Yeah, that's obviously encroachment.
I think it's a false start. Easton's pointing at our guys. Yeah, it's a false start. I'm hearing a certain name called down the line from the coaches there, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, we'll tune the interior part of the microphone down if we need to. But
a little false start.
Love being up here with Coach Croto,
yes.
Coach Billings.
Oh man, you hear some stuff.
And just yeah.
And you talk about Bryson, and this is what a great kid. He's an incredibly smart kid, incredibly humble. You would never know he's the player he is. And were you up here a couple weeks ago when he threw that bad interception against, I think it was North Carolina.
Oh, I was
early in the game.
Oh yeah, and I was a little scared.
Yeah, oh yeah. He got on the phone with Coach Croto, and I'll just say Coach Croto was coaching him. He was letting him know.
There is no favoritism whatsoever because your dad is the head coach.
Right.
And that phone call right there was. I don't even think would make it on HBO Max.
Yeah, I don't know if
if it was on Hard Knocks.
If you could hear it on air, but he was letting him know. I think he told him that was the worst throw of his career.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. That was mentioned. Yeah,
there he goes. Oh, he's got room. He gets caught from behind. He's gonna be down to the 19, but thought he might be taking that one to the house. But you can see what kind of athlete he is, and he's a coachable player. I just think that's a great thing. This guy's, like you said, probably going to be Bayside Player of the Year. And he made a mistake. Coaches called him on it. He took it, came back, and
off to the races we went.
Yeah.
But that leads us into a brief little North Carolina blip.
Yeah, big news coming out of Ridgely. Is it Ridgely or Denton?
Denton, Ridgely. Yeah. Not quite to American Corner. That's Colonel.
No, that's Colonel, yeah. But Zymir Smith, their running back, wide receiver. They're calling him an athlete, I think, at the college level. Here's Purnell.
Another
Purnell
athlete.
is in there. for the touchdown.
Barring the extra point, that'll be running clock.
Yeah. Well, I think, does it have to be second half?
Yes.
I think it has to be second half.
Yes.
But yeah, Zymir Smith, athlete, cornerback, running back, wide receiver. We saw him here a couple weeks ago. Super shifty guy. Getting offers from huge schools.
Biggest.
Georgia, we're talking two-time defending national champs. The Bulldogs have offered that kid. Penn State, Pitt, Temple, Virginia Tech. They're just, every day I go on that because Zymir Smith's getting a new offer. And that's just an incredible thing. You don't see a ton of guys come out of the Bayside and go to huge SEC schools like that.
And we've got a handful.
Yeah.
That we've watched play this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just great to see that the Shore is finally getting some respect because they've been playing good football here for a long time.
When one SEC commit is playing, and then eyes get around and word of mouth spreads and film gets out there and teams are watching film and scouts are watching film, well, then somebody else pops.
Right.
And they're like, well, this dude is doing the same exact things as this guy.
Yeah.
And then it just
you got
takes off after that.
Like we said, the O'Connor kid at Delaware is having a great year. Their running back, Marcus Yarns, is from Parkside, having a huge year. He was on ESPN a couple weeks ago because they played somebody huge, and he got a 66-yard touchdown run. It was on Sports Center. Yeah. You got Jace Freeman, who's at Stony Brook.
Yeah.
Has the longest play from scrim. I think it was a 96-yard touchdown catch.
Ashton, he's at Richmond.
Snellsire at Richmond. Luke Murgott down at Duke now. Kevin O'Connor from Easton down at Duke now. Jamie and Franklin from North Carolina at Duke now. Yeah. Was it Notre Dame, So we're starting to show out a little bit on the Shore. I love it.
And not just roster guys, not just guys on the roster. They're like, oh, he's at Duke, but he's on the roster. No, these guys are actually playing. Luke's been playing. He's been on special teams quite a bit recently.
Yeah, as a freshman.
Yes.
Yeah. Snellsire's been on the field for Richmond.
Yeah.
Jamie and Franklin's been starting defensive line all year long, and even last year, and could be an NFL prospect. And shout out to him, and I see him on X too, doing just great things in the community down there. Off the field, which is really cool to see. But it's an exciting time. It's fun to watch these guys, man, and think where they're going to be next year. It's crazy.
I really wish our wives would just oblige and let us watch them, all Saturday.
Right.
Get the honeydews done. And
as a reward for doing play-by-play, I think the coach should get us tickets to see his son play live.
Well, I haven't even gotten a T-shirt yet.
I haven't either. We're going to have to negotiate.
So, all this jab about gear and swag and stuff, and we're sitting out there freezing at baseball games.
I thought we had negotiated our salary, but apparently not. We didn't sign anything. So.
I'm wearing a Drake Mossy Oak Bottomland vest right now. I'd love a vest.
Yeah.
I could, and not a sweater vest like Mr. Martinick and Olsen like to compete with what they wear, over the years in the history hallway.
There's a handoff for no gain, basically, maybe even a loss of one. Decatur's front line, minus Sully Alker tonight, still swarming, still pitching a shutout here with 1:45 left in the second quarter. That's a big loss, actually. It's second and 15, so that's a 5-yard loss. Yeah, Alker and Breakup both out. Alker played against Y-High a couple weeks ago, didn't feel well apparently, left the game, found out he had appendicitis and had his appendix removed the next day. As Blue throws this one up for grabs, that's going to fall right into the arms of Delonte Henry. Did he keep his feet in bounds? He did not.
No.
So, Alker has appendicitis. The next week, Eric Breakup has appendicitis. So, neither of those guys, both of them starters, are playing tonight. I imagine they'll both be back next week.
Yeah.
It's increasingly apparent.
Is getting appendicitis and finishing the game with appendicitis. I'd like to get a hold of Bobby Hammond.
That's tough man of the week right there for sure. Bobby Hammond.
And Bobby probably bring him some lunch or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and 15 now. Another passing down for Easton. Blue drops back. He's under pressure. And that one
what
is
a
going to be
play.
picked. That is, I can't see, that's Bradshaw.
That's Ethan, and he's going in.
He's going in for the touchdown. And this one's out of hand. 41-0 now.
Yeah, Onslaught is not even doing it justice. I mean, this is just a case of I think we're too much.
Yeah.
We're just too much to handle right now, and that's basically the synopsis of it all.
Yeah.
As we're just about 64 seconds away from halftime.
Yeah.
So
Anthony Burke on the pressure there. Ball flutters in the air, and Ethan Bradshaw picks it off and takes it back. Yeah, Ethan, I've seen Dartmouth, Penn, Harvard, all had him up for visits. Ethan Bradshaw. That's super exciting as well.
yeah.
And that's going to be through 42-0 now. 1:04 left in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We've been talking a whole lot, so let's take a break for a second. We'll come back in just a minute.
Just let the half play out. That'll people will be happy.
Right.
They'll be happy.
All right, coming back here. Stephen Decatur High School. 42-0 with 1:04 left in the second quarter. It's been all Decatur all night long. Eastlack kicks. And did they blow that dead? I think they blew that dead. They threw a flag. Kicked another one out of the end zone.
Yeah. A false start.
Somebody either crossed the line or took off early. I'm not sure which.
Yeah. We got some hangry folks up here.
We do. If anybody's got food, could you send it to me?
We got some hangry.
I'm not amongst the hangry folks. For my wife who's listening, and she didn't make me dinner tonight. I bought dinner, but
okay. Are you gonna bring her dinner?
We ordered some Chinese food tonight before the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, my wife is over at Windmill Creek. They got the igloos.
Yeah.
The igloos are fired up now.
Man. Yeah. This one's gonna roll. Oh, it's gonna roll out of bounds, just outside the pylon, which means it's gonna come out to the 40. But yeah, Windmill Creek, man. Oh, the igloos are awesome.
The igloos are back.
Windmill Creek, what a cool spot. I mean, they've done an incredible job there. I love when people will just take chances and try things, and they've done that, and they've hit on so many things.
Yeah, I mean, the Garden Grill food truck is there now.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're doing their food.
Yeah.
And you talk about, game changer, Nate Brzezinski, baseball player, his mom, running that food truck, and just as creative as it gets.
I was there last week and had the crab dip, I had the truffle fries, and I had the brisket macaroni and cheese. I was tearing it up. It was good.
And you didn't text or call.
Sorry, man. It was my sister-in-law's birthday, so I felt like
you smile, you laugh at me in church.
Yeah. Felt like it.
But I clap loudest for
the band.
For the band.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
You might be the only one clapping for the band.
Now, man, you get in there and get rocking, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay. A little shifted the line there.
Yeah.
Who's lined up on the left defensive end spot right now?
Number 13. Is that Jack Bradley? I think it is.
It is
So
Jack.
pitch
Yeah.
to the left here, and a couple yards where he's pushed out over there. Salido over there. Kanai Lloyd over there. Was it Jack Bradley?
Yeah, sophomore.
Yeah. He's a good-sized kid, too. I think he's putting a lot of work. All these guys are putting in work. Look, I leave school. It's 45 degrees outside, and there's 10 dudes on the baseball field hitting, hitting and throwing. Like, it's athletics is a huge deal down here.
It is.
Oh, we got number 44. We got my man Brian Chester on the field now. Here comes the pitch. They're going to run in his direction, but he's dragged down by my man Brooks Waters, sophomore Brooks Waters.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Got the 10th graders are in now.
Yeah, Brian Chester, Cambridge boy like me. Transferred down here a couple years ago. That Chester name in Cambridge carries a lot of weight.
It's prevalent.
A lot of weight, yeah.
Yeah, it's prevalent. There's been
Antoine Chester, Pat Chester.
I was going to say, like, I remember hearing about Pat.
Yeah. Pat, I think, made it to the NFL, I believe.
Hey, and big ups to one of my best friends, CSD, one of the all-time best athletes out there, just got inducted in the SU Hall of Fame last weekend, Mr. Brendan Kincaid.
Yes, sir, Brendan Kincaid.
Kicker, another outstanding Swiss Army knife kicker.
Kicker, tennis player.
Punter.
Yeah.
He did only wear one bar on his helmet, though.
Oh, yeah?
No, he didn't, but I like joking. I like joking with him.
All right, that's going to do it for the first half. 42-0, Decatur leads over Easton here in the first round of the playoffs. We'll come back in the second half, and we'll have just more great entertainment from the two of us.
Just don't leave us.
Right.
It's a play on words.
All right, we'll be back in a bit. Enjoy halftime with the Stephen Decatur Seahawk Band.
Gentlemen, if you please direct your attention to the center of the field for tonight's halftime performance. Let's have a warm round of applause for our very own Stephen Decatur High School Marching Band. Initially released in 1964, our first song was penned by Ray Davies of the Kinks. Originally described as a love song for street kids, the tune was built around power chords which would influence rock music forever. Recorded at the independently owned IBC recording studio in London, it peaked on the Billboard Hot 100 at a stunning number 7. It was so influential that American rock band Van Halen covered the exact song, which peaked for them at number 36. Drum major Jonah Ridgely conducts You Really Got Me. Detail one up. Mark, mark, and that's 1, 2. to feature our color guard. The next tune was written by the American rock band Kansas. The song came from their fourth studio album, Leftoverture. Debuting at number 86 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1976, this tune was able to gain popularity and momentum and reach number 11 by 1977. The subsequent 1976 release of Leftoverture made this track an FM radio favorite. This mega hit and has since endured as a classic rock and radio staple since its release. Carry On Wayward Son remains one of Kansas's biggest hits and a signature song for the band. Up. Mark time, mark and set, 1, 2, ready. Appears on Queen's 7th studio album. The song only got to number 24 on the Billboard Hot 100, but climbed all the way to number 11 on the UK singles chart. It is also one of the few Queen songs that is played in a drop D alternate tuning. The song also celebrates Freddie's attraction to curvier women. Here's Fat Bottom Girls. Detail horns up. Time, mark, and set, 1, 2, ready. Seahawks in the playoff action.
Mark time, mark, and set, forward, action. Detail up. All right, at ease. Great job. Excellent job. Very good. Excellent job. Head on up to stand, third quarter off.
Quick recap of scoring from the first half. At the 6:11 mark, Waylon Hobgood went on in to get Seahawks on the board, and then Eastlack's conversion of the PAT put us at 7-0. Manuel went in at 2:49, put us at 13-0. Chandler scored with 1:37 left in the first quarter to put us at 19-0, and then a Coleman to Wise pass on the two-point conversion put us to 21-0. Into the second quarter, Manuel went in for the touchdown at 8:04, and then the Eastlack conversion. Jamie and Purnell went in at 2:05 to put us to 34-0, and the Eastlack conversion put us at 35-0. The last score of the half came from Ethan Bradshaw at the 1:04 mark, put us at 41-0, and then Eastlack conversion put us where we stand now at 42-0. Scores from around the conference. North Carolina leads Y-High 13-0 at the half. Richardson leads Snow Hill 7-6 late in the second quarter. Yeah, check that Bohemian Manor, I'm sorry.
There you go.
They changed the markings on us.
I
It's
know,
like
they did. They messed with our,
they
messed with
with
our
us, man.
headsets. I think they're trying to get us off here.
They flipped it around. Maybe it was the hot dog and the slice of za that threw us off. You know what I mean?
So we're going to come back here in the second half. It'll be a running clock from the start because Decatur's up 42. As long as they stay up 35 or more, that clock will continue to run. We'll see if they keep Bryson Coleman on the field.
Yeah, I'll be curious. Maybe like one more drive. You know, maybe one drive, and then hand it over to, you know, Johnny Hobgood or Kareem. Kareem's throwing the football around a little bit.
He was throwing on the sidelines. Elsewhere in the Bayside tonight, North Carolina's 13-0 up on Y-High at the half. Colonel Richardson 7-6 over Bohemian Manor. So,
yeah, I mean it's if you're playing after this week, you know you're starting to every week's tougher and tougher.
It's getting serious,
and that's not even opponents, man. It's the war of attrition. Your body, the weather's colder, the hits are going to sting a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's a grind.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get to the state title game, there's a month of football left, and that's it's wear and tear, man. But while we got about 30 seconds here before kick, let's go ahead and give a shout out to all of our wonderful donors and sponsors again for the program. We'll go across the top of the scoreboard, which you can see from out on Route 50. Got AGH Atlantic General, everybody over there, and all they do for the community. We certainly appreciate it. Park Place Jewelers as well. Christmas time's coming up, so you better go check out Park Place Jewelers. I know you and I better. And maybe
I turned my mic off. I'm over here eating pizza.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not looking for an answer.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, right. And then Val can go to Preston Ford, Preston Auto Group, and look for us.
I'll buy her a necklace, and the Vals can buy us
F-150. Yeah, that'd be a good trade-off. And the Bank of Ocean City, as we kick off here, we thank you, too, for everything.
That's dropped. And he's going to be dropped as well, about the 14-yard line. That's Sam Noble on the return. Last night, Queen Anne knocking off Bennett. I think it was 49-6 or 47-6, something like that.
Yeah,
so
lopsided for sure.
Looking more and more like that'll be our opponent next week. Queen Anne's will be coming here. Queen Anne, we had them on the schedule the first game of the year, but it was a forfeit because of stuff that took place over there
in the off season.
So we don't have any. We can't look back at the first game with them. They didn't have as good a year this year as they did last year. They do have Jai Roy, who's going to be playing at the next level.
So I mean, and they, traditionally a well-coached, successful program that you don't want to take lightly, especially when you can it's a lose-or-go-home situation. So,
some of our common opponents, I think they lost to Kent Island. We beat Kent Island. I think they lost to North Carolina, and we beat North Carolina. I should, before I go saying all that, I should probably check that out to make sure it's factual.
We can double check on it, and
so,
you know who's sitting in front of their iPad who could help us out and look instead of sending text messages is Coach Martinick's back from Arizona. I thought he was going out there rooting on the Arizona Diamondbacks, but I guess he was out there watching his Ravens play one of the ugliest, weirdest football games you'll ever watch. You know, but I guess he's back on the shore now, and
nice.
And speaking of that, with his acumen with wrestling, I mean, we're right here at the November start of winter sports.
Yeah. November 15th. Right?
November 15th is approaching quickly.
Yeah. So yeah, I did confirm. Queen Anne's finished 6-4 on the year with they lost to North Carolina 28-16. But we beat 44-20, I think. Nice little run here by them 24. Kyrie Acree, nice run. They lost to North Carolina 28-16. They lost to Kent Island 30-0. We beat Kent Island 33-15. So there's some of our common opponents.
Little common opponents there.
They beat Bennett 49-7. We beat Bennett 35-0. So I don't know. Maybe they improved. Maybe. It's hard to tell, but it looks like we're going to find out next week.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, and I know that with having to forfeit some games and whatnot, that they're going to do their best to make some noise in a postseason run.
Yeah.
And
another handoff up the middle to the big back. Marvin Foster there up the middle for about 5 or 6, maybe.
I tell you what, Marv is.
He gets it going downfield.
I'm telling you, you better watch out.
Yep.
And he can move.
Yeah.
And is
athletic.
Really good athlete up in Talbot County, man.
Yeah. Marvin is a senior. I don't know. I don't have any next level information on him, but
I know he's a man out there.
I was going to say, a guy that
he's
big.
He's a man-child.
Who's athletic enough to play running back. And here's the end around to number 5, Jair Ramirez Martinez. Is going to get a first down. I believe it's going to move the chain. So Easton moving it down the field a little bit.
Yeah, Donovan Henry did a nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donovan came over on the tackle there, number 6.
Another Henry, another one. What was it, Mackay last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Delonte, and then Donovan. So Easton moving it.
Our good mutual friend, former Easton Warrior, forgot to we'll have to send him the link real quick, Mr. Jason Ewing.
Oh, yeah, Jason Ewing. Legendary baseball player for Easton and Salisbury University.
Overall athlete.
Career home run leader for Salisbury University, right?
I think that's not anymore.
Is he second now?
Yeah.
I think he hit a bunch.
I believe my good friend Mike Salenza might have passed old Ewing. Yeah.
Okay. Ewing, just a natural talent. Huge dude, man. That guy's nothing but muscle.
He's good friends with Coach Coleman as well.
Oh, yeah. Blue scrambles to his right. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Yeah, Queen Anne lost. Had a great running back last year, Smothers, who, we were talking about how we couldn't really stop the run last year. We could not stop him.
No, that was they ran for 2 bills against us, I think, right?
Yeah,
I think it was like a little 200 and some change rushing yards we gave up that night.
Yeah, he's a great player.
He playing at the next? Is he?
I'm not sure. I think he is, but I'm not totally sure. We'll probably find out. Somebody up here would probably know. Here we go with that little misdirection that they've had some success with, and that's going to be another first down for number 6, Colin Mooney.
Yeah, they've got a little wrinkle in their offense.
Yeah.
I think they take a little momentum. They just don't match up as well athletically.
Right.
And I think that kind of obviously I mean, that's a big-time prevention.
Well, it's just I feel like definitely last year with Kevin O'Connor, they were throwing the ball all over the field. They were running 4 wideouts, and I'm sure that was the plan coming into this year with Mikey O'Connor, that they were going to run these four wideout sets and throw the ball all over the field. As Easton takes a timeout. When he goes down and gets hurt, that changes everything, and it's I don't know how you make, you go from a guy who's going to throw the ball all over the field to your starting running back being your quarterback. I don't know how you change that mid-season.
It's how many games did Mikey play?
I think only 1.
We talked about that during Hawk Talk. Now I think it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, right out the get-go. And we said at the beginning of the broadcast tonight, like if you lose your quarterback, your signal caller, somebody who's already developed a rapport with the wideouts, your offensive lineman, your center, just hiking the football.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different feel, and it's totally flips your season, or turns it into a different direction. It might not flip it upside down and wreck it right off the jump. You got to let it play out. But
right. So yeah, he'll be back next year. He's only a junior, I think, is what it says on the roster we have. I thought he was a freshman, but it says on the roster that we have that he's a junior. But Easton will be back. It's been a good program here for several years, an up and coming program.
Sure. Yeah, they're going to be competitive every single year.
Yeah.
They're not going to be a pushover. This is kind of a blip on the radar for their program to be 2-8.
And here's a direct snap, and that's going to go nowhere. Wrapped up right away with Sam Noble. Who was that? Ja'Kai Brittingham?
Yeah, senior.
Ja'Kai Brittingham wraps him up and takes him down.
Somebody's hobbling off. Who's that? Number 19?
Kenai Lloyd.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look too serious, but maybe just
cramping or cold air, man.
Yeah. Maybe bang knees or something like that. Seems like he's okay. So clock running at 5:43 now in the third quarter. Easton with their best drive of the night, I'd say. And here they run with that misdirection again. The fake handoff inside and the pitch outside. Bradley out there makes a nice play, though.
Big play by the sophomore.
Nice play there. Pulls down Colin Mooney. It might have been Colin Mooney. I gave credit, I think, to Jair Ramirez-Martinez, but I think it was Mooney on a run. It might have been, I'm not sure, 5 or 6. It's hard to tell from up here for an old guy.
Hey, you're just being in the single digits, I think we'll take that as a win.
Yeah, right. I got it 1 away. It was either a 5 or a 6.
Right, you're right. Yeah.
Close enough for what we get paid.
That's right.
So 3rd down and 9 now. They got themselves in a passing situation. See if they keep it on the ground and try to grind it out. They run the same pre-snap motion. Fake handoff, he rolls out and hits number 6, Mooney, who's going to go out of bounds down around the 11-yard line. So Colin Mooney with another catch.
And definitely, doing some good things on this drive.
Yeah.
It's a little confidence builder, especially for your younger players in the program. And Mooney's a junior. And, Colin Mooney's a junior and Carter's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So, you want to get the building blocks out here, let them play, get some reps. And we're doing the same thing right now. I got a lot of 10th graders in the game right now.
Dustin Blue is only a sophomore. I didn't realize that either. I thought he was older than that. So there's a handoff up the middle, falls forward for about 3.
Yeah, Mar Foster there. I just give it to him on 4 straight carries.
I think I would too. Just see what he can do. So
he's a heck of an athlete for his size. Shades of William Perry.
Yeah,
the fridge
that's
out
what
there
it reminds
tonight.
you of. Exactly.
That's what I see when he carries it. And he's not trudging along with the ball in his hands.
He's carrying people with him. He just falls forward and gets 4 yards. So a lot of skill position players back for Easton. And some more misdirection here, and they give it to number 24, and Acree is going to be in for the touchdown here. And shout out to, we haven't seen him tonight, but number 14, Jordan Horsey, a freshman. Read some about him before the year, how much they thought he was going to be impacting, an impactful player for them coming up. That's my boy Bill Horsey. We used to coach. Well, I wasn't the coach. My wife was the coach of the CSD girls basketball team.
Okay, nice.
And Bill was the head coach. My wife was the assistant. She possesses zero basketball knowledge, but I would go help and became pretty good friends with Bill. And looking forward to seeing his son in the years to come. Jordan Horsey there, 5'11", 190-pound freshman. So Easton scores, kicks the extra point. It's 42-7. The clock's still running. But we talk about what Easton has coming back next year. Next year for Decatur, most of the skill position players are coming back. The quarterback's graduating. Solito's graduating. That's two huge losses right there. Kareen's that's a huge loss as well. But Chandler coming back. Wise coming back. Ethan Bradshaw coming back. All the running backs coming back. Is Jamie Purnell, is he a senior?
He's a senior.
He is a senior.
Yeah, he's a senior.
But Doran coming back. Manuel coming back. Hobgood's gotten a lot of playing time this year. Johnny Hobgood, who we assume will be the quarterback next year, maybe. Most likely.
There's going to be a competition. There's going to be a quarterback competition starting basically as soon as this season ends. That competition begins. You got Caden Sharkey, who's done a nice job leading the JV squad this year to a good season. And he's like 6'5", with a big arm. You know, more of a pocket passer. You know, you got Johnny, who's kind of like the hybrid.
Yeah, he can do.
You know, he can throw it. He can move a little bit. He
doesn't have the experience though, right? It's his first year playing. And then Jai Jackson, who's a running quarterback for the JV team, had a nice year.
Yeah, so they may do, you know, maybe like a committee style. You know, just like until somebody can take the reins.
So it looks like Johnny Hobgood's coming on the field now, and maybe that might be it for Bryson Coleman tonight.
Yeah, I think it's time. I mean, we got the clock dwindling now. About 50 seconds left in the third, so.
Yeah, it is going to be Johnny Hobgood. Who else? Kareen's out there, too.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Kareen's going to play quarter. Is that Johnny Hobgood split out wide? It is.
Yeah, so Johnny's playing wide out.
Okay. So
Kareen.
Okay.
Kareen's in shotgun formation. Okay.
So Kareen can sling
it too. The juice is flowing a little bit here in the booth.
Left-handed quarterback here. I wonder if they'll let him throw it. He just hands it off.
He just hands it off and he's gone.
That is going to be, who is that? Number 6.
Donovan.
Donovan Henry. Going. Wow. I got confused. You know, I was out at a JV game, and Kyle Mumford was number 6 for JV.
Oh,
He was one of my former freshmen. And I was like, is that Kyle? But that's Donovan Henry.
Donovan Henry. And no surprise to see that last name make an impact.
Exactly. And he's only a junior.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. I mean, he's had 3 or 4 tackles and now a long touchdown run in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes of this football game. So nice job. I mean, more guys would break, with just pure speed.
Yeah.
I mean, is that his first carry of the year?
That's the first time I've seen him touch the ball. Broke a couple tackles. Here comes the replay right here. Hands off, cuts back here.
Right up the gut. I mean, look at what the line does.
He wasn't really touched, was he? I thought he broke a tackle, but he really didn't.
Did they get the glam? But look at the holes of the offensive line. The grind.
That was a huge hole. Basically untouched. I think one hand on him. I thought he broke a tackle, but it really was just one hand touching him on the shoulder. And that's going to make it 49-7. Third quarter has come to an end here. We'll take a short break and be back because I need a bite of this pizza.
I need to eat the box if we don't get more slices.
We'll be right back.
All right, man.
All right, we got a new kicker now.
Hey, a little pooch action.
Yeah, who was that? We'll come out to about the 25. I'm not sure who the kicker was. I don't think it was. It's our roster says Misael Juarez, but I don't think it was. He's not listed as. Oh, he is listed as a kicker. Okay. All right, it was Misael Juarez.
There you go. He did a nice job.
Yeah.
Look, he's listed as a D tackle, guard, and kicker. I mean,
kicker,
let's get him at all three here, Coach
Let's
Coleman.
do it. He might have, honestly. We're up here talking all this. We might even not have noticed.
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tell you what, that pellet stove is going to feel good.
It is. A little chilly tonight.
Feels like football, though. And when the wind's not blowing out here, that's a win.
It is a win.
It
doesn't happen much.
That's a win.
It looks like the wind is still.
Yeah, it's a little southerly winds over the next few days, some warmer air.
Yeah. We'll take it. Up to the just past the 30 on that carry there. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, we're.
Who else we got out here? Who's number 39 here, cornerback? Ricardo Copes. Oh, is that my man Ricardo? Okay, Ricardo. Here's Bradley. Bradley's having a nice game, man. Look at him.
Yep,
he couldn't get him down, but he strung it out and let everybody else catch up.
Yeah, I mean, good job reading that misdirection by Jack there.
A Darian Manuel out there, freshman, number 15. Who's number 37? That's Jaisier Purnell. That's my boy Jaisier Purnell.
Boy, they got the freshmen. Boy, the freshmen
a lot
are
of
out
freshmen. Number 32, Cole Mueller, another freshman out there. Who's number 15? Already said Darian Manuel.
Yeah, letting the freshmen get out there. I like it, man.
Is that Geo Smith in the middle?
I think it is.
It's 32. It's not 22. Nice pass here, caught by Mooney. He's going to have a nice game before he's brought down at about the 41 of Decatur. Who else? 29 is out there. That's my man Kyle Mumford. I just talked about him.
Oh, yeah, nice. He's out there.
A lot of these guys I had in my class last year. Nice kids, man.
Yeah, this is good experience for them. That's for sure.
Seamus Orth, he gets amount of playing. Nick Sirocco, he's out there. A lot. Yeah. Is that number 12? Jazier Purnell. Yeah, Jack Bradley playing well.
Yeah, good for him, man.
I'm hearing the coaches down there talking about him. He's done some nice stuff.
Yeah, he has.
Only a sophomore.
And he's been playing right out of the chute tonight. I mean, he's in the rotation regularly.
Yeah. We got Frankie Bucksbaum out there. Shout out to Bucksies pregame meal last night.
Yeah, that's
for the team.
I want to go to the pregame meals.
I know, right? Yeah, we had the baseball banquet there last year, man.
I mean, I'll do the play-by-play of them eating if I can get the Bucksies.
Right, exactly. They had what did they have, that buffalo chicken dip last year? And something else that was so good. I can't remember. They got him in the backfield here.
Nice job.
Brought down by number 32.
Is that Cole Muir?
That is Cole Muir.
Yeah, health class, old Cole.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, but we just made the change, so I'll have to go find him on Tuesday.
Yeah, lose him. Yeah, JV had a nice season. What were they, 6-3 or something like that?
Yeah, 6-3, I think. Yep. Yep, 6-3. Who's number 51?
That's
how am I missing this?
We were just talking about Frankie Bucksbaum.
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, Frankie.
Trying to see if there's
Frankie's got great size too, man.
Did we call
his brother had good size too?
Yeah.
And then they're big guys, great kids.
AJ Cobb's out there.
Yeah.
28, I think. Or is that 29? Is it 29?
No, it's 39, I think.
All right, he said Kyle Mumford.
Yeah. Nice job.
That's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, so mostly younger players on the field now.
Yeah, really young.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you still got – and Easton's got their starters out there. So, and this is really, really valuable for these young kids. I mean, just crowd size. No offense to their game. We get good crowds at the JV games, but I mean, it's a little different now. The Friday night light feel.
Yeah. Well, just the knowledge that you're playing at
a little
the
bit
varsity
that I've
level,
been there.
Yeah.
Yep. You've been in.
So, last night, Queen Anne over Bennett, Cambridge over Washington. Cambridge having a nice season. 52-6, I think, over Washington High School.
What was their regular season? What did they end up in regular season?
You make me look it up. I'm not sure. But it was a good record. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Any of my Cambridge friends want to text me right quick with a record?
Yeah.
I type in Cambridge football and I get soccer team from England.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So Cambridge ended up 8-2. Real nice season for them. They're not done yet. They're moving on to the next round of the playoffs. They're at 8-2.
8-2. So they were regular season 7-2.
It would have been 9, but last week against Easton they were up 13-0 and had all the issues in the stands, and the game's declared a no contest. So I don't think it counted. So there's Kareem throwing. Who's he got over there? Is that Johnny Hobgood?
Johnny Hobgood.
I think it was.
Yeah, so Johnny gets in on the Hobgood brothers.
Yeah.
With some catches tonight.
Kareem came to us from Seaford, and let me see. They had a deep run in the playoffs last year as well. This year, not such a great record. I mean, they lost Kareem Bolden. So.
Yeah, but the left, be throwing the football, with left-handed.
Yeah.
That's flips the play card over basically. Last
year they were 8-5. Their playoffs work a little different than ours do. They played all the way to November 26th, where they lost 46-35. So they played deep into the winter or to the fall. Last year at Seaford as well, with Kareem as their quarterback. So, and that was Geo Smith on the carry, I think. Yeah. I like Geo. He was a solidly built kid. I had him in 7th and 8th grade over at the middle school. Solidly built kid even then. Can't wait to see him get some more time at running back and middle linebacker. I think is where he plays.
Yeah,
on defense.
and he'll carry the football quite a bit next year. Ooh, little pump fake from Kareem.
Yeah.
And then here he goes.
These wheels. Oh my gosh! Just outrun somebody. Yeah, just go out of bounds. We don't need you to get hurt. Let's keep everybody healthy till next week, man.
Yeah, you got Coach Coleman over there. A little bit of little pump the brakes, trying to run with him, just saying, hey,
he just
don't be a hero here.
Beat everybody around the end. Are they going to take him out? They're going to take him out.
Yeah, and he's out now.
Yeah, get him out of there.
Get him out of there.
Yeah. That's a pretty good insurance policy if Bryson should go down, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Johnny Hobgood now at the quarterback spot. Got Donovan Henry in the backfield with him. Johnny Hobgood's brother Waylon splitting nearest to us. Brian Chester out there. A.J. Cobb out there. I can't see who's on the far side. And Henry is not going to be as lucky this time. Is that number 40 over there? I'm trying to call as many names as I can get.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't see a number 40 on our rosters. Is it 48?
Yeah, it might be 48.
There's no 48 on our roster either.
Or 46, that's it. Well, whoever it is.
We got nothing. Sorry. If your mom or dad or grandparents or guardian, whoever's watching,
complain to Coach Coleman.
Yeah, gave us the wrong roster. I don't know what
live
you can
action,
hear.
baby.
I don't know what you can hear on the broadcast, but that was classic.
Oh, good pull from Johnny
that was
there.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to break to the outside here. Akery's going to track him down now, and he's going to get brought down maybe a couple yards. Yeah, nice fake there, man.
Yeah, it was a good job pulling that ball back. I mean, the snap was like right at his face mask. So nice job there. I mean, just an athlete.
Yeah.
Good size. Waylon, his brother's a good athlete too, but doesn't have near the size of Johnny.
So across the line, we got Nate McDaniel. Trying to see who else. we got out there. Number 63, is that Brandon Ham still? Yeah, Brandon Ham's a starter. 61, Declan Horan is in at center now. 65 is Nick Sirocco. He's out there usually. And I can't see who's on the far side over there, right tackle.
A little design keeper for Johnny. Yeah. Oh, nice move.
Yeah.
Get the first down there, right?
Was that
50, close to it?
52. Yeah, Anthony Burke over there, right tackle. Yeah, you know, great experience, and it's kind of the same thing that Bryson got when he was a sophomore. You know, when Snellsire was running the show and Bryson was a wide receiver, and games that were a blowout, Bryson came in and looked great, and Johnny's done a nice job when he's come in. I think he's throwing a couple touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, he's light for a couple. Yeah, he's strong. He's light on his feet. He's got a. I mean, his throwing arm is there.
Yeah.
You know, but he hit the same thing too, and he had it in baseball. You know, he's growing, and he's having he got a little injuries. You know what I mean? Like things happen. Growth plates are shifting.
Yeah, had an injury last year. Yeah. Well, there's another kid that works hard. You know, puts in the time off the field and outside of practice. And good to see him get a chance. And they're going to nail it here. We're under a minute now, 49-7. Decatur's going to take this one. Neither you or I will be here next week. I'm not sure who's on. Shout out to A.J. Patton and Hunter Simon, who came on the broadcast last week. I'm not sure if
there's a chance I'm here.
Oh, okay.
There's a chance.
I will not be.
There's a chance. We'll see how many Benny Franks said they can make magic. And I don't care if it's just hot dogs, Frankfurt, little bratwurst.
Hopefully the following week we'll be up here again, and I'll be back.
Well, I certainly enjoy it, and I hope everybody else out there does too.
I hope so too, Well, thank you all for joining us. That's going to do it tonight. 49-7, Decatur wins. They move on next week. They'll be back at home Friday night at 6 o'clock against Queen Anne's County. The Lions come to town. Should be a good one. Thanks for joining us here on SDHS Sports. My name is Mike Hughes. My man Tyler Riley signing off. We'll catch you next time.